never eat alone. That's the whole gist of today's Fri-YAY. So if you need to go, go. No, never eat alone is my one tip when you're going to conferences or going to festivals, and you want to make sure that you either make new relationships or strengthen existing relationships. This is one of my networking tips, which is either plan ahead or spend some time during that day and don't eat alone. So this can look like a lot of things. And what I want you to remember is if you're going to a conference, say you're going to New Music Gathering, you're going to Americans for the Arts, you're going to, I don't know, SMT, whatever it is, you're going to well, it could be anything. You tell me what you go to. So when you're going to something, see if you know anybody else who is going. This could be like, put it out on social media. Hey, do I know anybody else that's planning on going to this? And then also see if you can, is it possible to get access to the registration list somehow? Do they promote, do they share that information? See if there are presenters that you know of that you would like to ask them if they'd like to get together. All of this kind of stuff. So it's a little bit of sleuthing ahead of time. And it's like your network and or anybody else that's going to the conference that you have access to knowing who it is before you go. And reach out to anybody that you're feeling like, hey, I think we're both going to this thing. Let's plan on having a meal together. Is there one of the days that you think would work out specifically for your schedule? Let's plan on it. This can also work if you want to. I mean, I do this for things. Let's go to this session together. Let's go to this concert together. Let's have this meal together. Let's get together and go for a walk before things start that day. The whole point, schedule. And so you can make the most out of this by reaching out to people. This can happen way ahead of time if you already know that people are going to be going, right? Did you go before and some of the people that you met from last time are going to be going again? Cool, right? Do you not know anybody? And then see if you can figure out, do the organizers, can they connect you with people? If you're going to a summer festival, have you already been introduced to other people, like the composer that's writing for you or other people in the ensemble or vice versa? Have you already been in contact with them via email for any reason? Ask them if they'll spend time in the first few days. Hey, would you like to specifically, let's get together at the end of the first day and we'll just kind of chat about things. I'd love to get to know you better. And, but also it's this can happen before, way ahead of time. It can happen really, really close to, but still before of this, say, as you start to see people saying I'm heading to this conference and they're using the hashtag or whatever. It's you can reach out and say, oh my gosh, I'm going to be there too. I'd love to have lunch together. Is there a day that works for you? And they can say, no, it doesn't matter. Don't take it personally. So you can be they can be oh, totally slammed. Sorry, not this time. And then you go, cool. Well, if you know of anybody else that would love to get together and meet somebody new, pass them my way, right? It depends on how open you are to meeting people. But you can always say any of that stuff. So see who else is talking about it right before you go. Then once you get there, meet somebody, go early to something, go early, especially at the beginning of things, go early as much as possible so that you might be sitting there. Try to not look at your phone, try to kind of wander around and just say hi, wave at people. If somebody looks like they're pretty open, this is a great time. Or if you're chatting while there's a coffee reception or something like that, you can always say how about those mini muffins? I don't know. You can see I just take the most awkward approach to it. I'm it doesn't matter. We're going to be friends. So get to know the awkward side of me now. So it doesn't matter. But at that reception, say, hey, do you have lunch plans for today? I'm looking for someone that would want to go together, or maybe if you have a group of people going, we could all meet up, something like that. Don't be afraid to go where there's a lunch if they provide lunch. This is another scenario, and go ahead and sit, just ask to sit with people and then be prepared, because you're definitely the new person. You can say, hey, thanks so much for letting me sit with you. I'd love to learn a little bit more about, what you do. And What brought you here? Have you been to this conference before? Any of that stuff. So that I really want you to just focus on, especially if you feel like you know that community, you know who's going to be there. Uh, I would definitely reach out to people ahead of time, but then see also if you can kind of like gold star this situation and be the person, if you've been to it a lot and you already know a bunch of people and you feel very confident about the fact that you're probably not going to be eating alone, then be the person who reaches out to somebody who's new and say, I don't know if you already have lunch plans, but a few of us are going to be going together. Would you like to join us? And also, don't be offended if they say no. If they are like, I really need alone time right now, please go away, crazy lady. Then like you can't be offended by that either. You extended the invitation. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes you also need that alone time, but you can say like, hey, would you like to go like would you like to go just like decompress for a little while? This is another thing that we could like do together. The walking there, the walking back, it doesn't matter. There are so many ways to do this. You do not have to be a raging extrovert to meet people and have good bonding experiences, good relationship building experiences at conferences, festivals, get togethers, gatherings, whatever. Um, if you are a raging extrovert, please like use that thoughtfully to connect with other people and make people feel welcome and invited to things. And yeah, that's my tip. Don't eat alone. Like make the most out of those interlude moments. And I honestly, it's always stuff like that. Like share what you've learned from previous sessions. I love doing that where it's like, I didn't get to go to that session. What were some of your takeaways? Oh my gosh, it really maximizes the time that you've spent there. Okay? All right. Keeping it short and sweet. All right. Divas, stay sparkly inside and out, no matter where you are. Bye.